Good morning, everybody, and welcome to taking a look at all the overnight action in Asia here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick with the Cusick Group, securities offered by MoneyBlock. Let's jump in and wrap up last night's action and all of this week's action in Asia. It was a basically flat, uneventful overnight session. You had all four of the major markets in Asia, Japan, China, Hong Kong, and India, basically trading flat. There was some headlines that North Korea was doing some rocket tests, but they also did come out and say that they would be willing to cease both the tests and the nuclear test if the joint operations between the U.S. and South Korea discontinued, especially the military operations. We all take this with a grain of salt, but this means that headlines are in the makings. We need to watch that very closely. As far as Japan was concerned, the yen was flat all night, basically was trading uneventfully. Did finish up the week, though. The Nikkei finished up this week, up 1% for the week. That's a pretty decent uptick. We did see that it is staying above that 20-day moving average. All that's telling us is that the bulls in Japan are still in control. If you look at EWJ, similar action, challenged that 20-day moving average, the green line, but still, we have not seen a break there. The flat to semi-weak yen would be a positive for the equities in Japan going into next week. Now, China, a lot of activity going on in China. China gained some strength over the last couple of weeks, and specifically, it broke out above its 20 and 50-day moving average, ended the week above there. This is positive for Chinese mainland markets, up 10 points last night, but for the week up 1.1%. Nice little pop there. We also had Chinese bank regulators come out, said that the ratio of non-performing loans in the banks fell by 16 basis points. So now they're at 1.99% for the month of May. Looks like those concerns that they had in the lending markets, looks like they're trying to at least exude that the fears are, let's say, in terms of the numbers that in the data that's being released, under control. FXI also finishing to the upside, but what's interesting here is could not finish yesterday above its 20-day moving average. Let's see what that ETF that tracks those large cap stocks in China, how that performs. Now, taking a look at Hong Kong, still see a continued shift out of Hong Kong back into the mainland potentially. The index for the week was up about 0.2%. So obviously it's lagging behind the mainland index and the Shanghai Composite. But the Hang Seng did finish down 4 points. But what's notable is that you're starting to see weakness in gaming and property names. And I want to watch the gaming names because that could flow over here in the United States. Then we'll watch the Las Vegas Sands, Wynn Casinos, and so forth. Let's see if any weakness in the gaming names and the casino names in Hong Kong starts to resonate here in the States. EWH, we'll watch that one today, but still in that battle zone. So you see that it's actually battling to get to the upside. The bulls are not buying into this, and there might be a rotation in EWH that could get the bulls on their heels even further. So watch that 50-day moving average on that ETF that tracks Hong Kong stocks. Now the Sensex finished up down 0.4% this week. India has been struggling, and you're seeing names like Tata Consulting looking weak, but it is mixed in that sector. That's a big sector, the consulting sector. Infosys did finish up on the day, but the weakness on the overall week and last night, down 152 points on the Sensex. Looks like there could be some profit taking what has been a very bullish index. India has been very hot. Watch this one. We're going to watch this area between the 20 and 50-day moving average. If the weakness continues, you want to see it hold. If you're looking to invest in India, and there is a lot of institutions as well as retail looking at potentially getting in there, we're going to watch that 30,500, 30,600 level as a level that has to hold if the bulls are going to continue to control. Watch EPI. It's an ETF that you can follow to track the Indian stocks, and it trades during our market hours and is optionable. All right, folks, that's it for on the overnight action for Asia. Join us on MarketStream. I'm going to go over everything that's occurring right now after the open in Europe, and then we're going to cover the U.S. markets. See you then.